everyone. I'm here today with Harvey Lewis, all the way over in America. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. It's great to connect with you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So, we're here today to talk about the big dog backyard. And what went down there and how smashed the record and just completely blew everybody's minds away. But for those who don't know you, can you just give us a little introduction about who you are and why you got into running?
Sure. So I'm Harvey Lewis, and I'm a teacher as well as an ultra runner. I've been running for quite a little while now, since all the way back in the 1990s, 96. So it's my 27th year of ultra running, and I just really love it. I love it so much, and Biggs was just kind of like a culmination of years and years and years of chiseling away.
Amazing. So what incited you to do the big dog backyard? I know you've done it in previous editions, but what brings you back every year?
Well, absolutely, Laz does. Yeah, he is just such a really mastermind of clever, spunky, kind of crazy. um, in terms of creating this race, and he puts a lot of passion into it. You should see the man when he's after the race and he's organizing all the flags, spends hours making sure that they get put back in the proper way. He just puts so many countless hours of energy into organizing his races, and he did it all for no money. He took a loss on this race, so I mean it's really just super generous of his energy and time, as well as all the other people that volunteered and came out. That's magic, and all the runners that were part of it. So yeah, I could never have made it to the 108 hours and the 450 miles were it not for IHOR and all the other runners who came from all across the globe. So that's quite magical in its own way as well.
Amazing. So did you feel quite confident going in? You won it in 2021. You were assisted in 2022. What did it feel like going in this year?
Well, I had a dream and I really worked hard, but you never really know how the invention is going to play out. So I felt that anything was possible. I was hopeful. I worked so hard, but when it all came to fruition, it was just absolute. I was just really grateful. It's like a stunning experience to have it play out as it did.
Amazing. So what was your strategy going in then? Tell us a bit about, the structure of the race, how it works and how that played into your strategy.
Sure. Well, Biggs is maybe it could be considered a little more challenging amongst the backyard courses. Definitely the trail section, yeah, is not just like a flat grassy plain on a golf course. So you have to really be mentally present, and you want to really maximize your energy. And so food was really important. Like I eat all plant-based vegan foods, and arguably I feel that gives me an advantage over others who don't, because I'm able to eat a lot of calories and I don't get an upset stomach. Mm. And in it I can process the food rapidly through my system, and so that's a real advantage. It also has benefits of like the lowering inflammation, things like that. But that's one thing. It helped have a really good crew person. So, I mean, everyone, I think most everyone was at Biggs had a benefit of having someone that was a crew member for them that really looked after them. But it really helps to have a very strong crew person. So my buddy Judd is the man. So I don't know anyone that's better than him. Like, so I got a little unfair advantage in having Judd as my crew man, because he's just such a brilliant mind. He's able to really like think about like the layout of, you know, something as simple as the logistics of our tent to like, you know, what to say to me next. So it helps to have a good crew person. And yeah, I think enjoying your fellow runners, enjoying like the nature, enjoying just the experience for what it is also like really special. It helped you to go further.
So tell me a bit about your food then. I noticed through some of your Instagram posts that you were plant-based, and it's really interesting. What are some of your favorite things to eat?
Yeah, so I do have sort of a base. Like the base would be like the Tailwind for my electrolyte drink. That's like a base. But then from there I have like I'd like to eat like watermelon. Watermelon's really nice. I like to have these squeezable like fruits. That's really nice at times. Like I had squeezable chia seed, mama chia. That was really dynamite. I also have like these vegan Abe's muffins. Maybe like, yeah, those are really good. Dry fruit. And I like to have like these sort of noodle dishes you can make up. They're kind of high in sodium, probably not like the healthiest thing to eat like on a daily basis. But like when you're in the midst of the race, they're pretty darn good. And also like chips, barbecue chips, guacamole and nachos, hummus, hummus wraps with avocado, really nice. Pea soup. There were just so many things. I had like mangoes with chia seeds over top. Those were really nice. Vegan coconut yogurt. It's like with blueberries. Yeah, like I'm getting hungry right now.
It's nice to hear so much real food, because something, you know, can't,
oatmeal.
yeah, it's nice to hear so much real food, because you know, so many times you just hear, oh, I take gels, and it's nice to kind of hear more real food into your system.
I had some gels too, just for like little snacks. But yeah, I it's not a little bit everything. Bananas.
Yeah.
But yeah, variety is nice.
Yeah, amazing. So talk me through your mindset for the race. You know, as you were getting on and as you were going through it, I'm sure there were times where you had to maybe talk to yourself. What kind of mindset do you have to put yourself in to complete 450 miles?
Yeah, well, positive mindset. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, everything that you see that could be a challenge, you have to turn around and make it, you know, something that is a positive. So, yeah, I mean, just if it's warm outside, that's fun. Like you just gonna have to like, you know, everyone has to endure that. So you just think of like why benefits of being outside. Like, it's like a day at the beach. Yeah. So you just think about it like that. So it's the way you frame your mind. Like it's a little more challenging like in the Barkley race when it's like 33 degrees and it's pouring rain mixed with like sleet and ice. That's like Biggs like day in the park. Man, it was like 40 degrees, a heat index of 80. That, like that's like day in the park. Like, you know, so you just have to like the mind that you focus, like you want to, if you feel like some sort of negative thought, you need to find a way to like to get rid of that negative thought and turn it into a positive.
Amazing. So did you deal with sleep deprivation whilst you were out there? And if so, what was how were some of the ways you were kind of like coping with that?
Yeah, so definitely sleep deprivation. That's the longest I ever went without sleep. So and it felt pretty amazing. So that's crazy. But you know, it really helped to it really helped to have like on the fourth or the fifth day having like 1 minute sleeps.
Mm.
That was really helpful. Like just sleep for a minute, like that felt pretty good.
Yeah.
So you can get that 1 minute sleep in, bam. Yeah.
Wow.
Nighttime, I would drink like maybe like some Coca-Cola, the tailwind with electrolyte that has caffeine. And once you're in the fifth day, it doesn't even matter. You have the caffeine Coca-Cola drink, like you just fall right to sleep.
So we've done that question. So what was the atmosphere like amongst the runners? You know, you've already mentioned there were people from all over the world. Is there a sense of camaraderie in this race
Yeah,
over competition?
yeah, honestly, it was beautiful. Uh, all the different runners from Belgium uh, to Japan and everywhere in between. Like there was just real positive like energy. John Stalker from the UK, like I just remember running with him and just he being so friendly. He was helping out other runners. You know, like it was you know, everyone, we all had our goal to get as far as we humanly could, or many, I think most of people want to be the last person standing, but everyone didn't wish that at the expense of not having like camaraderie and like wishing the best for the person next to him.
Mm.
So I mean, I think that there was a real sense of community, which was really neat, and that was a total inspiration in itself.
Definitely. I loved watching, you know, when there was so many records broken, not just yourself, but of kind of any country record I kept coming through, like so many. Could you feel that there was an elevated sense of people are here and they're here to get the job done?
Oh yeah, every time we heard the bell ring for someone having surpassed their personal best, you know, we were all excited about that. So, you know, that was fantastic. It was definitely we all made it further because of everybody making it further.
Awesome. So tell me about those kind of final few laps, you know, people were dwindling. It was you and two, three other people. How did they feel? Were you starting to feel tired at that point? Were you trying to make each other quit by that point?
Uh I was just I had moved to Tennessee
Yeah.
and I wasn't ready to go. So I was happy with where we were, and like, I was just approaching it one lap at a time. So uh, yeah, I feel like I'm just grateful that I got to experience that with those guys, and you know, like they were amazing runners. They've made it so far, and like it was just fun to be in that with them.
So what did Laz say after you'd finished then? Did you manage to speak to him after everything?
He said something about me if he wondered if I was in some sort of virtual race, because if I had been, I would have done all right for the week. So I said, no, I'm not in any virtual race, but I might be in that Barkley race.
That's my last
Who
question.
knows? Well,
So how's your recovery been like? How long did you take off before you started running again?
uh, oh, well, I waited till about 11:45 the next night, and then I mile. That was really tough. It was hard. It was really a hard mile. I was like, oh, this is tough. Yeah, I made sure I didn't fall down. But then yeah, I ran to school, and then on Friday, once I got home, because I got home at like almost midnight, like 11:45, I ran a mile, and then I went to school the next morning. And then but yeah, it's been like amazing to see that the body can like recover as quickly as it can.
Mm.
Having ran like 450 miles the week before, and then so yeah, it's I feel like that yeah, it doesn't bounce back in like a minute, a week or 2 weeks. It'll probably take me 4 weeks to get back to like 95% or whatever. But yeah, it's amazing that the body can like progressively bounce back rather quickly. Yeah, I do feel like there's a strong connection with eating plant-based foods for lowering inflammation. But I also know Mr. Miyagi, so that helps a lot too.
I've always been interested in trying more plant-based products just because of the benefits of doing that. So it's definitely something I'll be looking into. Are you in training for anything kind of now going into in future? Are you going to be at Barkley?
Yeah, well, yes. So I mean, theoretically, it's like Fight Club. We're not supposed to say anything.
Yeah.
However, if you win bigs, it's like an automatic entry into Barkley.
Amazing.
So long as Laz doesn't decide to veto that. So hopefully all the pieces come together. So if that were to be the case, then that is what my energies are right now driven towards.
Amazing. So what have your students and colleagues at school kind of thought about the whole thing? Have you told them, or are they just kind of like, wow, you're crazy?
Yeah, they already think I'm crazy, but yeah, that helped to solidify a little more. Now, it was actually really nice. There was a lot of I guess a lot of coverage in Cincinnati. So in the city right now, as well as in my school, when I first got back, I felt like I was like part of a rock band or something, because like there were like all sorts of enthusiasm when I came back in the building. So yeah, it was really nice seeing my students. They were real positive, and even out and about in the community. Like this morning, a lady honked at me as I was running into work. She's like, "Ha!" So it's funny. I get that a lot now. So it's very nice to get the positive like feedback, especially with ultra running. Isn't always the most. People follow football or basketball or baseball, soccer, but like it's nice that a lot of people aren't runners in Cincinnati know about ultra running through these adventures now too.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on with me today. If you were my teacher, I'd find you so inspirational, honestly. So
So much.
I'm
I
sure you inspire so many people to take up running and get out there and experience how beautiful, the world actually is, and put your shoes on.
Thank you so much. And honestly, it meant the world. All the people that followed, sent positive messages, and really got hyped up by this event. Like that really is total trail magic to me. And like I said, like the race is really like the product of like Laz and all the energy, as well as other race directors out there put all this energy into this for the runners. So I have like a sense of gratitude to the race directors out there that put together these events for us.
Brill. Well, thank you so much for coming on with me. Have a lovely lunch. I don't know what time it is there, but
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure. Have a great day.
You too.